The stone altar in the ruins of Mesopotamia still holds the dark stains of ancient offerings. For centuries, historians labeled these as myths. They called them stories of gods. Zeus on Olympus, Odin, Rasumbarkecho. They built temples, carved idols, and offered blood to beings who supposedly commanded the elements. We have long treated these as mere metaphors or primitive imagination, but the physical evidence carved in stone suggests a far more chilling reality that academia refuses to acknowledge. But the patterns repeat across oceans and eras. Every culture tells of sky dwellers who descended to Earth, bred with humans, and demanded absolute obedience. What if the truth was hidden in plain sight? What if the Bible, a text often dismissed by secular history, provides the precise manual for identifying these entities? The Genesis account mentions the Nephilim, the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. It describes beings who were not divine, but powerful, localized, and hungry for worship. They were not gods, but intruders arriving in a world unprepared for their influence. They took the title of God to cement their rule over the early tribes of humanity. The Bible does not just mention them. It catalogs their origins as fallen entities who sought to usurp the Creator. It documents their strategy: mimicry, deception, and the enforcement of fear through ritual sacrifice. Imagine the psychological shock of early man encountering such beings. To the primitive mind, their advanced nature was indistinguishable from divinity. They leveraged this awe to build empires of blood, demanding the devotion that belonged only to the Most High. When you read the ancient texts of the Greeks or the Sumerians through the lens of the biblical narrative, the myths dissolve. You no longer see gods. You see a coordinated effort to enslave mankind under the guise of divinity. These entities were not myths. They were historical actors with a clear agenda to distract humanity from its true origin. They set up kingdoms, established bloodlines, and demanded the devotion of millions. The Bible exposes them not as objects of worship, but as the architects of a cosmic rebellion. This was not a random series of supernatural events, but a calculated invasion. By masquerading as deities, they ensured that humanity would look toward them for salvation, while they were the very ones forging our chains. The mask of the divine has finally been stripped away, leaving only the cold face of a tyrant. The ruins remain as silent witnesses to a time when the veil was thin and the gods walked among us, manipulating the history of our ancestors. Their names change, but the entity remains the same. The Bible tells us exactly who they were. It offers a map through the maze of ancient lies. The evidence is there, etched in the dust of our past and the pages of the Word. The question is, are we brave enough to read the warning? Or will we continue to worship the shadows of our ancient captors?